In this video, we're answering the question, what is a Beehive Boost, or what are Beehive Boost? So I'm here on Beehive. I'm in the back end of our case study newsletter. This is a building public project that we are doing. It's AI written newsletter, and I'm actually in the free account of Beehive because I don't want to pay for Beehive for this particular newsletter. I'm trying to show people that you can do this completely for free if you want to, without having to pay straight away. So that's why we're building out this AI newsletter. Now, I'm in the Boost marketplace here. You can find Boost under the Monetize section and under the growth section. And basically what Boost is a growth lever, a growth mechanism for your newsletter. I should say, if you want more details on this project, you can find them in our community. That's where we put all our best stuff. I'll leave a link to that in the description. And also, if you want Beehive with a discount, use our link in the description, because if there's ever a discount available, you can find it there. Normally they do sort of 20% off for the first few months. So as I'm here in the monetize side of Boost, you can see you can monetize your newsletter by boosting other publications in the Beehive network. Now you do have to pay for this if you want to use it. So I'm not going to click any of these buttons because it just asks me to go ahead and upgrade, which I don't want to do because, as I said, I'm trying to build in public and I'm trying to build for free or as little money as possible. But what would happen is you can just scroll through all of these different newsletters and you can decide if you want to promote them. So you're boosting other publications when we're under this monetize section, which means you're going to make money. Now, the filters are really useful. I definitely recommend that you play with those. And you can search for offers as well if you want to, and you can sort as well. So if you're looking for a particular payout, or you're looking for somebody new to the marketplace, then you can search that way. So if we just take a look at this one, you can see you've got the name of it and you can go and visit the newsletter. We've got the size of it. So this is quite a new one, under 5,000. We've got the language. We've got the tags that they've used, so their target audience. We've got the last time they posted, so we can see that they are posting regularly, and then the country as well. So we can see exactly where this newsletter is based, and that will give us an idea of audience as well. So you can see here they're looking for a web boost, and that's 80 cents per subscriber that you would be earning by boosting this particular newsletter. And then we can just go through and we can see how much we are making. As you can see, the featured ones, you get a much higher payout. So if you have a creator-based newsletter, you might want to use Creator Spotlight. If it's more sort of tech or startup, you might want to go for this one. So you can just go through, like I said, use the filters, use the sorting, use the keywords that you want to find in the newsletter name or here in the description in order to find the best newsletter, and you can monetize. Now you can also use Boost for growth. And what that's going to enable you to do is you're going to pay money, but you will get subscribers because other newsletters are going to promote your newsletter in their newsletter. So as I said, I don't have for you like the dashboard for this because I'm not paying with this particular newsletter. But what you can see is it says it's the easiest and most cost-effective way to grow your email newsletter fast, guaranteed to be your #1 performing paid acquisition channel for new subscribers. Now, I love that they've got a guarantee, but I have another method and we're getting subscribers for much, much less than what is here. Like you're talking about 10, 20, 30 cents a subscriber. And a lot of time you're going to hear the numbers $1, $2, $3 going around. So I like that. I like their confidence. But actually, if you know what you're doing with marketing, you can grow your newsletter for much, much cheaper a subscriber than what you've just seen on the previous page. So it's actually incredibly easy to use. You just set yourself up a little profile, just like you saw on the previous page in the monetization section. And then if somebody feels that their newsletter is a good fit to promote your newsletter, then they will accept your boost. So you put your details in, you put the amount that you are willing to pay per subscriber, and you let it run. So it says here, acquire new subscribers for as little as $1. Like I said, we're getting subscribers for way less than that. If you'd like to hear about that method, then put the word method in the comments. But as you can say, you can set your own price. The higher your bid, the more impressions your boost will receive. And you only pay for active and engaged subscribers. So they've got a really good system on the back end of this, which makes sure you're not getting bots and your money's not being wasted. And you actually get control over that. So the level of checking, in terms of checking that the email is valid and it's not a spam email, those kind of things you want Beehive to do, varies. So you can decide the quality of the subscriber that you are getting. But essentially what you end up doing, as I said before, is you end up setting up one of these profiles. It will turn up in this menu, and then people will go through and they'll be able to decide who they want to work with, including your newsletter. And obviously, if you do it quite recently, then you're going to end up in the newest first. So you'll end up in this list. And it's quite useful for you to go through and take a look and see what similar newsletters to yours are actually offering per subscriber, so you can price yours competitively. But you just put like $50 into your account, and then your boost will run. And then, as I said, if people like your newsletter and think it's a good fit for their newsletter, they'll put it into their newsletter, and every time they send you a subscriber, they get paid. So if you're doing it at $1 a subscriber and you put $50 into your account via Stripe, then you get 50 subscribers, and it can just run within your newsletter. Now, the great thing about this is you've got the marketplace working both ways. So if you're promoting other newsletters, so let's say you're putting your newsletter up for $1 or 80 cents or 56 cents, but you're promoting somebody who is $1.20, then what's going to happen? Let's say you do 60 cents a subscriber is what you're paying, but you're also promoting somebody else that is $1.20. For every one subscriber you send to the other newsletter, then that's paid for 2 subscribers on your newsletter. So if you can be clever about this, you won't just use Boost in order to get yourself subscribers, but you'll also do it in order to be able to cover the cost of acquiring those subscribers by monetizing your newsletter. Yes, you do have to pay for Beehive. So you probably want to get to a point where you're covering your subscribers plus the cost of your subscription to Beehive. But it's not a huge amount of money. And if you're in the right niche and you set your pricing up right, then it's very, very possible to do that. So that's what Boost is. That's how it works. And that's how I recommend you use it in order to be able to get the most out of it. See you in the next one.